My name is Jaiden, and this is my Mark 1 Audi TT 225 Quattro. Alright, so I picked this car back up about 3 months. I picked it up from some guy about 5 hours away, and about 3 hours into that 5-hour trip back, the sumbitch died on me. So it's been a pain in the ass getting it back here, but ever since it's been a good daily. And it's bone stock, you know, nothing done to it. Old grandpa owned vehicle, so we're gonna keep going from there. All right. Now, besides basic maintenance, it's the only thing I got done to the car to date. So these are 18 by 9.5. So these are some pretty wide wheels. Really coming close on clearance with that strut tower as well, so I can't really go any wider without some spacers. They're wrapped in some average tires, you know, nothing special. They are stretched, so I do got to kind of worry about that if I want to, you know, slam it to the ground, but we'll take care of it. All right, so this car comes from the factory with a 1.8 turbocharged engine. It's also found on the Golf, Jetta, Passat, Audi A4, you know, a lot of early 2000s Volkswagens and Audis. This car comes with 3 separate varieties. There's a 3.2 liter VR6, a 1.8 T making 225 crank horsepower, and a 1.8 T making 180. Main differences between the 180 and the 225, you have an extra intercooler, a charge pipe, and that's really it in terms of differences. You know, obviously it makes 45 more horsepower. And then the 3.2 was the first car to ever come with a DSG transmission. So kind of a neat fact. But this is a good platform for people to start tuning on cars. The 1.8T is, you know, known for its reliability and, you know, the power it can withstand. So I'm excited to get started on this car. All right, so we're gonna get into the installation. We're gonna go ahead and take these parts off quickly and carefully.
Man, he really did throw it, just for y'all wondering. Oh! Oh!
So it did come with this tiny little filter. Just goes on this little metal bung here. Yeah. Okay. And connects to this line right here. What it's for, couldn't tell you. But I'm sure it does something. And yeah, it also came with this oversized cone. Now, can this poor 1.8 liter suck in all this air? Probably not. Is it gonna try? You're damn.
We can't be cussing, man.
Sorry.
So, new Honda content out here. So we're just out here, you know, installing the intake. If you guys are wondering, I wasn't kidding. It's gonna be new Honda content eventually. The Audi that I kept promising you guys is sold. It blew up. I don't want to talk to it anymore. we don't talk. We aren't on good terms. So looking at some other parts cars. So put in the comments if you guys want to see domestic, European, or a JDM car be built. Obviously, we have plenty of German cars. So if you guys want to see another JDM car like the Honda, or, you know, a 90s JDM car, it's what I'm looking at. Old domestic V8 is on the table, and obviously Audis, BMWs, Mercedes, if you guys want to see that. What?
So right now we got the heat shield bolted in. It's bolted into the battery tray, and then right up here on top of this little strut tower. And then we got these loosely installed. That just holds it to the MAF. So we can get a somewhat accurate air reading. You like to start that show. All right, so here we have a brand new forged diverter valve. This should help mitigate any boost leaks that we have and sound really good while doing it. brakes off of cars you wouldn't expect it to build brakes off of. You know, you see a TT and, you know, that's a hairdresser car. You know, no one expects that car to be any fun. No one expects it to be powerful or fast. But that's what I want this car to be. The only thing I've had with cars is I want the individuality that comes with owning a vehicle. You know, every car I've had, I made sure it wasn't a copy paste. You know, it was its own special vehicle. And that's what I enjoy about cars. You know, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to me on that. So that's what I want this car to be. Alright, so the issues with this car, there are a few main ones. The MAF sensor is bad. You know, obviously it's not that big a deal. You can definitely drive on a broken MAF sensor, but it could be affecting a lot of things, you know, boost, air temps, etc., etc. The other thing we have is an airbag light. Now, it's pretty common on these Audis that if you mess with the seat, it'll put that light on, so I'm not too terribly worried about that. And the last thing we have is an ABS and a flashing brake light. Now, that usually is due to a bad wheel speed sensor or a bad ABS sensor. And it could be either of those. It just comes down to tracking out which one it is, you know, which of the four corners. And then we'll get that taken care of. Right now, to check out the boost gauge at full boost, I'm making around 9 in third gear and around 8 in fourth. So these cars are supposed to be peaking at 14 at full boost. So it does look like I have a couple boost leaks. I do have a boost leak test kit in the trunk. Just got to hook it up an air compressor and we can get those taken care of. Yeah, that's the general overview of the car. I'll give you guys some pulls on it and see what it's all about. And that was an overview and installation on my Mark 1 Audi TT. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, if you did, obviously leave a like down below, you know, subscribe and all that, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
How do you feel, Katniss?
Feeling fantastic, little bro.